hit some balls hard, just wasn't meant to be, it seemed like today. So a little bit frustrating across the board, but move on to the next day.
Maybe it's me, but does it feel like with this offense, like the game when you're behind isn't out of reach as it might have been?
No, and I don't think it felt that way on the other side too. It's we get a couple guys on, and now all of a sudden, I would be nervous on the other side with this lineup. So we didn't feel like really we were out of this game really at any point in time today. If we get a couple guys on, we felt like we have a chance in any inning.
I probably still want to ask about Juan Soto after every game, but what have you kind of learned about the way he approaches his at-bats?
Pretty advanced. Simple, but advanced. He's looking for the ball in the middle of the plate. If you don't throw it there, he doesn't swing. And then with 2 strikes, he has a way to battle. It's a short stroke. He's down close to the ground. It's a small strike zone. But, as good as it is and as great as it looks, and you look at all the walks and everything, it's a fairly simple approach.
I know Joe ran into some rough luck today, and he's had a little bit of rough luck of late. He hasn't been that dominant version of himself, though, from the early part of the season. How does he get back there? Like, what do you see as like what's missing from that?
You see teams a lot in your division, and so it's tough to fool teams after a while. So you have to make some adjustments. Today, I think it was more than anything that they were just laying off those balls that were just off the outside corner that maybe he gets maybe earlier in the year they were swinging at. So it's always cat and mouse with the teams that you play a lot. Got to make some adjustments, but I think their approach made him work a little bit harder today.
And just kind of the thoughts on the challenge ahead of you guys this weekend and what this series means at this particular juncture, especially after the retooling that you guys did.
Yeah, it'd be fun. See how we stack up. Last time we were over there, we had to finish out a 9th inning to get a win. I think we're a little better equipped to score some runs, which can be tough over there against them and their pitching and how they do their use the relievers and so forth over the course of the game. So we got a pretty good pitcher tomorrow, but I feel pretty good about our offense.
Broken it down that finally, but if I look back at it, I'm sure there's a lot more 3-ball counts in there. There's the lower percentage of first pitch strikes, and that's a huge thing. You've seen it with our guys lately, like Blake yesterday, getting ahead of hitters, 3-4 pitch at bats, putting them away, making them swing the bat, throwing everything in the zone for strikes. That's kind of the recipe for success. So I'm at the point right now in the year where I don't feel great with the delivery. I feel a little inconsistent, so it comes at every season. It comes at some point, and you just got to try to waver it and find a way to pull out of it. So I'm competing still. I'm not far off. I look at the video. It's hard to see what looks different, but there is something that's off in there, and we'll work hard this week to figure it out and get back on track.
Is there an adjustment at all going from the 6-day to the 5-day?
Yeah, that's the first time we've gone on 5 days all season, I think, for me. So busy week, a lot of stuff going on, and switched up the schedule a little bit with bullpen day and whatnot. So kind of a funky week all around and getting back to that 5-man. But I felt good today. I felt physically good. The velo being down, I think, was more of a mechanical adjustment than anything. I didn't feel like I was achy or sore or tired. I felt really good, just not timing things up very well.
If you don't mind looking ahead, obviously you won't see the Dodgers this weekend, but what does a series like this mean to you guys, especially after the retooling you did the last few days?
Yeah, it is in another series. You try not to build it up more than what it is, but it's kind of the first look of the new Padres versus the Dodgers that we've seen all year. So there's a lot of hype, a lot of expectations, but we got a good team here, so we just got to go out there and take it one game at a time and win the first one, and then deal with the next ones as they come.
I'm wondering, when you guys fall behind today, did it feel different offensively? That you were more in the game?
Yeah, before the homer, if I get out of that inning without giving up the homer and we keep it at 2-0, I feel pretty good about us coming back and chipping and finding a way to push 3 across and win that game 3-2. But the homer to put us down 6-0, 5-0, whatever it was, it's a lot harder to come back from, and the perspective is a lot different. Down 2-0, you get one guy on and one swing ties the game. At 6-0, you got a long way to go before you get back in the game. So I don't feel like this offense can ever be counted out, but it's a lot harder to come back from 6 than it is from 2.
Can you imagine a more wild stretch than what this team just went through in the last 5 games? Yeah,
that was a lot. It was a lot of baseball in 4 days. A lot of emotion, a lot of excitement. But this is the squad that we've wanted all year. It's the right time to get it, and going up to LA, hopefully this will get everyone dialed in, the intensity and the matchup of what we could see coming down the line. So.